Okay. Greetings. Today I will be showing you a second type of impossible indifference curve. Let's get right into it. Let me show you I don't like diving straight in the deep end with stuff like this. I like building up, so just in case you forgot a certain aspect, let's go first. We all know indifference curves have two commodities. Let's use bread and cheese again. So bread and cheese. Now we know an indifference curve, the general shape of indifference curve is this. Just look at the small one here, because I don't want to mess up the graph. That's the general shape, meaning downward sloping, two commodities aside. Every single point on this line maximizes my utility, meaning that it maximizes my value of it. That's where I get the most value for my money, on that line there. So, how would an indifference curve be possible? We know an indifference curve has to be downward sloping. The second the indifference curve is upward sloping, you know something is up. And this is what's up. Let me show you why something's up. It's a very bad curve. Nevertheless, let's continue. That's A, that's B. Okay? Now let me show you something, okay? Let's put some quantitative values here so you know when you work with numbers it's far easier. You know the origin is 0 there, so let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? We got some numbers there now. Make stuff easier. Let's put a 5, 6, just to show you some stuff here. Check magic now. So, the reason an upward sloping curve is impossible because it violates one of the 3 rules that govern indifference curves. The one that it violates is the more is better rule. The more is better rule basically states that more is better. It's in the name, really. So, I'll tell you now, that means we pick the bundle, the option that gives us the most out of our money, assuming we're spending money. Let's go. A gives us 4 slices of bread and let's say 2 slices of cheese. But B gives us 6 slices of bread and 4 slices of cheese, meaning B gives us more cheese and more bread than A. We have to go with B because B is the option that gives us the most. But why this curve here is impossible is because it violates the more is better rule plus a basic rule of indifference curves. This rule states that everything on the indifference curve maximizes your utility, gives you the same amount. So I don't care which points I get on the indifference curve. I can get 2 and 2 if it's downward sloping, 2 and 1 if it's downward sloping, which is this point here. I could get 2 and 1 if it's downward sloping, and I could get 3 and 0. See, it balances out if it's down. So, but upward sloping, how can I'm supposed to be indifferent, but how can I be indifferent if here I'm getting lower amount than there? It's better to show you on a downward sloping one. See, downward sloping one. Downward sloping on 1. Let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is A. On A, I'm getting 1 slice of bread, 3 slices of cheese. On B, I'm getting 2 slices of bread and 2 slices of cheese. You can't really tell which one's the most. But here there's a definite most because both commodities are higher. Over here, only one commodity is higher and one commodity is lower. So you can't say which one the person prefers. But over here, you know the person has to prefer B, seeing as both commodities are higher. And that's basically how the upward sloping indifference curve is impossible. Let me tie it up now. Summary. Upward indifference curve is impossible because it violates 2 rules. 1, the more is better rule. And second, the more is better rule, which states that we prefer more over less. So if we get more, we go to that. More of both commodities, not more of one commodity. More of both commodities, we will go towards that. Now, A, we have less of both. B, we have more of both. Therefore, we go for B. But the reason this is a impossible indifference curve is because we know a rule that states that every single point on the indifference curve gives you the same amount. But here it's not giving you the same amount because it's upward sloping. Only a downward sloping indifference curve will give you the same amount on each bundle. And that's basically it for impossible indifference curves. Oop.